International Fight Week is here. UFC 317, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight championship of the world. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Let me know your thoughts on the content here. We're previewing UFC 317, Topuria versus Oliveira for the vacant belt that Islam Makhachev has vacated so that he can go fight Jack Della Maddalena for the welterweight strap. Ilia Topuria vacated his featherweight strap to fight Makhachev, but Makhachev did duck goose. Yep, I said it. He ducked him. He didn't want to fight him. He didn't want the smoke. I'm not saying he's afraid of him. I'm saying that he didn't want to have this fight because he probably felt there was a no-win situation. He wins, he's supposed to. He loses, it's embarrassing. I disagree. Ilia Topuria is a savage. I think this is gonna be one hell of a fucking fight. I think Charles Oliveira has his work cut out for him. Ilia Topuria hits with thunder. His punches pack massive. I can guarantee you this. My opinion, Ilia Topuria will drop Oliveira. The question is, can Oliveira recover? And can Oliveira turn it into one of those old school Charles Oliveira fights where he gets dropped, he recovers, he wears his opponent down, drives him crazy with the grappling, takes him to the ground, submits him, or whatever he does. As you know, Oliveira is very, very talented, very skilled fighter. At 155, he's been mad different over the last number of years, comparison to earlier on in his career when he could never make the weight at featherweight and had problems. Always an issue with something. Topuria is coming off of dominant wins, knockout of Max Holloway, knockout of Alexander Volkanovski. Oliveira, his last fight was actually a loss. He lost to Arman Sarukian. I'm sorry, my bad. He beat Michael Chandler. My bad. He lost to Arman Sarukian in the fight before. He beat Michael Chandler the fight after the 5-round decision. Um, he lost the fight to Sarukian via split decision. Prior to that, he had a win over Beneil Dariush. He lost to Makhachev, and then before that, he had wins over Gaethje, Poirier, Chandler, Ferguson, Kevin Lee, Gordon, Lentz, David Tamer, Jim Miller, Giagos, Clay Guida. His last loss before that Makhachev loss was to Paul Felder in 2017, December 2nd, 2017. Ilia Topuria, on the other hand, has been an absolute savage, undefeated 16-0, throws with crazy freaking power, beat Holloway, beat Volk, beat Josh Emmett, beat Bryce Mitchell. I mean, Herbert. I remember when he beat Ryan Hall. At the time, Ryan Hall was was a nightmare for opponents, and he just beat the brakes out of Ryan Hall. Now, looking at this card overall, this is the main event of the evening. It is a 5-round fight, as you know. And Topuria, I am sure he's a sizable favorite at minus 440, which tells you how good people think he is. He is that good. He is that dude. Do I think Oliveira can win this fight? Absolutely, I do think he can win this fight. I think he has a great chance to win this fight. I think overlooking Charles Oliveira is really, really dangerous, and I hope Ilia Topuria is not doing that. This is a fight that he can win, and this is a fight he can lose. I mean, this is not one of those fights where you're like 95% saying he's going to win. I don't believe that. I think this is a 50-50 fight. It just depends on which way it goes early on and all that. The card overall has 5 on the main, let me see, 4 on the prelims and 2 more on the early prelims. I got to say, for International Fight Week, they're not going to like it, but this is disappointing. 11 fights for International Fight Week, your biggest fight card of the year. It just shouldn't be this way, people. It just shouldn't be this way. It's so frustrating when it comes to the UFC right now. And it's one of the problems that I have with the UFC where they just leave you overall with good fights, but Not enough fights. A card like this should have 15 fights. There should be 15 fights, and there should be 5 early prelims, 5 prelims, and 5 on the main card. Period. This should be an event. This is what the UFC used to do. The International Fight Week was a massive event. It's lost its flair. It's lost its flavor. It's not the same event that it used to be. But on this main card, I mean, you have in the co-main event, Alexandre Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Pantoja, dominating champion, he's 29-5. He's already fought Kai Kara France. He's pretty much fought everybody in this division as it is. Um, when did they fight? They fought, right? Did he not fight Kai Kara France? Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. I thought he fought Kai. I thought he already fought Kai Kara France. Let me check real quick. I thought he had fought everybody at this point. That's surprising, actually. Wow, he's never fought Kai Kara. Hey, well, we get a fresh fight then. My bad. I think what's happened is that Kai Kara France lost fights to have a chance to fight him. Is one of the issues because I think what happened, if my memory serves me correct, because now I'm going off memory here. If you go look at Kai Kara France, he's 25-11. He's had these chances to get there and then blown it. Um, he think when he lost to Brandon Moreno, he was up next for a potential. Was this a title fight? This wasn't a title fight, was it? Let me check. Nonetheless, this is a fresh fight. Actually, I'm glad to see we have a fresh fight here. Um, when he fought Brandon Moreno, it was for the interim belt. Um, he lost to Brandon Royval. I think when he lost to Brandon Royval, he took himself out of a title possibly. He's fought Brandon Moreno twice and lost to him both times. Yeah, see what happens is that you have. I mean, look, he beat Steve Erceg his last fight, but before that he lost to Amir Albazi and Brandon Moreno. Before that, he beat Askar Askarov, Cody Garbrandt, Rogerio Bontorin. Before that, lost to Brandon Royval, beat Tyson Nam, lost to Brandon Moreno. So he's 5-4 in his last 9 fights. He's 5-4 in his last 9 fights. So it's like he's just next up for Pantoja. Pantoja has pretty much beaten almost everybody of substance in the division. And it's funny, he's not as big of a favorite in this fight as Topuria is. I would think that Pantoja would be a bigger favorite than a minus 238. In the feature fight, Brennan Royval is facing Joshua Van. I forgot who Royval was supposed to be fighting, but Van stepped in on late notice. Funny thing is Van's the favorite. It's crazy. Joshua Van fought like 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, he fought June 7th. That was what 20 days ago. He crazy, crazy. He beat Bruno Silva via third round TKO, and he jumps right in here to face Brandon Royval. Tell you what, if he wins, he's the next title. He's the next title contender. He's 14-2. Royval 17-7. This should make for a very entertaining fight. But certainly, if Joshua Van wins, Joshua Van will be taking advantage of a major opportunity to jump in here on short notice. If he gets that job done, bro, and I think whether or not I don't care who wins the fight in the co-main event. Whoever wins that fight, Joshua Van should be fighting for the title next. Don't care. I don't care. You go beat number one in the freaking world in the division behind the champion, you get a title shot. It's that simple. You beat number one, you're now the number one contender. That's the way I see it. Lightweight bout before that, Beneil Dariush and Renato Moicano. This is a fun fight. We'll see what happens. Dariush, jiu-jitsu fighter. Moicano does everything. Money Moicano is back in the building. Minus 105 for Beneil Dariush, minus 115 for Moicano. I think this is a toss-up. This is a pick-em fight. I like Moicano in this fight, though. Younger guy. Dariush is getting a little bit old in the tooth. Bantamweight fight, Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. This leads off the pay-per-view. Prior to that, in the prelims, you got Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop. I remember when Jack Hermanson was so close to having a title shot. Hader Emil, Jose Miguel Delgado, Before that, you have Vivian Araju versus Tracy Cortez. That should be a fun one in the flyweight division. Could have some implications for future contention in the division, although Cortez is coming off of that loss to Rose Namajunas. So she's not probably anywhere near an opportunity yet. She would need a win here and at least another win before she can be really in the conversation. Um, looking right here. Let's see here. So you got Terrence McKinney versus Vyacheslav Borshev. Early prelims. Jonata Denise versus Alvin Hines and Nico Price versus Jacoby Smith. Nico Price, man. I remember when Nico Price was fighting in Fight Time. I watched him fight locally so many times. So much fun to watch. I tell you what, he's still fun to watch, but his game has not evolved at all. This is where it comes down to evolution of your fighting skills, and I don't think his fighting skills have evolved in any which way. He's going to put on an entertaining fight. He may get knocked out. He may get a knockout. It'll be entertaining, but you're looking at a guy who's been basically win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one type for pretty much the duration of his career in the UFC. He came over into the UFC. Remember when he came over, and I'm pretty sure he was undefeated coming over from Fight Time. When he got here, he was 8-0 after Fight Time. He was the champion there. He beat Brandon Thatch in the UFC. I remember that fight. It was a big upset at the time. He had a no contest. He had a win, but he tested positive for weed. He really won his first 3 fights in the UFC. He beat Alan Joe Bond via TKO. And then it became a situation of win one, lose one, pretty much. He lost to Vicente Luque, beat George Sullivan, Randy Brown, lost to Abdul Razak Al Hassan, then beat Tim Means, lost to Jeff Neal, beat James Vick, lost to Vicente Luque. Had a no contest with Donald Cerrone. It was a split decision. It was a majority draw, actually, but Price had a point deducted and then ended up having the whole thing overturned, being positive for carboxy THC. Like, dude, put down the freaking weed, dude. Loses to Michel Pereira, beats Alex Oliveira, loses to Phil Rowe, Robbie Lawler, beats Alex Morono, loses to Themba Garimbo. I mean, I know a lot about Nico Price. I mean, I've watched that guy fight for years. And he's a massive underdog to Jacoby Smith, who's a minus 2,100. That's insane. Smith is 10-0. He's got one fight in the UFC. That was in January. He won via first round knockout. Obviously, this is a fight to move on up and get some more experience overall. If I look at the card, I'll give you my picks. Give me Denise, give me Smith, give me McKinney, give me Cortez, give me Emil and Delgado. Don't know too much about either of those guys overall. Give me Emil. Give me Hermanson over Rodriguez. Give me Peyton Talbot. Give me Moicano, Van, Pantoja, and I'm going with Oliveira in the title fight. So those are my picks. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Like the video. The main card starts at 10 p.m. Pay-per-view. Love to hear what you have to say. I will be doing a watch party. UFC 317 watch party. Definitely doing the main card. I may do the early prelims as well. We'll see what happens, how my day goes. But definitely the main card. So jump on board with the watch party live. We'll be talking MMA and whatever other topics come to mind, because that's how watch parties go. You don't just talk about fights the entire time. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. This is Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now. Up and down through the blood and the sweat.